How's it going, guys? This is episode 6 of Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Where we left off, we just kind of snatched a couple things. So we're going to go ahead and get ourselves out of this town. And we're going to make our way to the blacksmith. And we're going to try to get our first job. We will come back here in time. Just right now, since we have taken all of these items. It's going to be easier for us to sell them in another town. Also, once we leave this location, we can also equip ourselves accordingly. So this is where I'm going to change. So our character is slowly but surely getting himself put together. So now we got a crossbow as well. So Henry's getting himself definitely more equipped. Let's see what's in here. I believe the belladonna was what we used to, got lucky there. We're gonna use that to make savior snaps. So we can't do anything with that yet. Good to know, though. This is right outside of Troskovich. But we're gonna keep going. Doing pretty good right now. Gonna keep making our way. I kinda hope we run into some sort of bandits or some sort of danger. Speaking of which, it'll be smart to get this knocked and ready to go. We should be safe. Usually shooting nests is a good thing. It'll give you loot. Nothing crazy usually for me. I've never gotten anything crazy. So considering that we're pulling up to a town, I'm gonna not have a weapon out. We'll have to see about selling some goods. This looks to be their garden.
Greetings. I've traveled the whole world, and now I will tell you the amazing things I've seen and experienced. In the south, I saw a land without end, all covered in sand. Welcome. What can I do for you?
How are you doing? I'm Henry.
Nice to meet you. I'm Zdeněk. I'm a storyteller. I could tell you stories so sad they'd make the devil cry. Or would you prefer something so scary it'll make the hairs on your ass turn white? But it's a lot of hard work for me. Now, if you had something to drink or a couple of groschen, that might help loosen my tongue.
How can I know if it'll be worth it?
If you don't believe me, ask anyone. They all know me in the village, and they all know I'm good.
So they all sing your praises, even if you stutter?
You know what? Go to hell. You can bugger right off if you're looking to insult me. But if you want to listen, you better cough up some coin.
To your health, my friend.
We're just gonna give. I guess we don't have anything to
Health
give.
my arse.
I know quite a few stories myself. How about a trade? A story for a story.
All right then. But if it's the one about the magic porridge pot, don't bother. I've heard it 100 times. And that story always leaves me feeling hungry.
I know a romantic tale about a knight, his lady love, and 3 impossible tasks he had to undertake to win her heart. He had to bring her the sweetest wine, tame the wildest horse, and make a crown with the rarest gem.
And then? What happened when he'd done all 3?
The lady of his heart showed her gratitude by giving him the most precious thing she had. And I'm not talking about gold.
Oh, a raunchy ending. That'll be popular with the lads round here. If I were you, I'd make it longer. To last a whole evening. Add a wicked stepmother, that sort of thing. It'll be a hit. And now, I'll tell you a tale in return. So what kind of story would you like to hear?
I'm far too old for fairy tales. Tell me a scary story. One with blood and violence.
Don't you worry. I've got just the one. I just hope you don't shit yourself with fear. So, once upon a time, there lived in these very lands 2 brothers. The older was called Kuba, the younger, Matthias. They were both woodcutters, like their father and his father before him. One day, at the height of summer, they were working in the woods. The air was as hot as a furnace, so Matthias went to a nearby pond to cool himself. But as he was leaning over the cold water, there was a loud splash. His axe had got loose from his belt. In haste, he began to search the muddy bed of the pond, and his hands soon touched something hard and heavy. He pulled it out and could not believe his eyes. He pulled out an axe. Yes, but not his old one. It was an axe made of pure silver.
Good God. I'd grab that without a second thought.
Maybe you would, but Matthias would never. He was an honest man, and with a big swing he threw the silver axe back. He searched the pond again, and this time he pulled out his own axe. Nothing but dull iron and old wood.
Wait, Matthias threw the silver axe back? What a fool! He could have sold it.
A fool, you say? You'd better listen well.
I'm listening.
Matthias was just about to leave when suddenly a water goblin came out of the pond, silver axe in his hands, and he said, "You're a righteous man, Matthias, and for your honesty, you may keep both axes." Matthias, not hanging around for the goblin to change his mind, took up both axes, gave us thanks, and ran to tell Kuba all about it. Kuba, however, was not best pleased with his little brother's fortune. He deeply envied Matthias for his newfound wealth, so he set out to try the same thing. He ran as fast as his legs could carry him straight to the pond, threw his own axe in, and began a pretend search for it. Yet Kuba had no luck. He pulled out the axe he'd thrown in himself, so he tried again. Tricked by sunlight, he grabbed something shiny, only to pull out his old iron axe again. Enraged, he hurled his axe back into the water and yelled, "Fuck this axe! I want a silver one!" But the water goblin heard his shameful cry and was greatly upset by Kuba's greed. So, when Kuba reached down into the water for a third time, the water goblin seized his hand, pulled him down whole to the dark depths, and drowned him.
That's pretty tough.
So cruel. I feel sorry for Kuba.
Aye, and so did Matthias. He went to the water goblin and begged for his brother's body so he could take him home and bury him. But the path back from the pond led over a steep hill, and carrying the weight of the waterlogged body exhausted Matthias. He stopped to rest by an old oak tree, and he used the silver axe to cut off a branch that would serve as a walking stick. But it wasn't enough. Somehow, it was still getting harder to continue up the hill. Then Matthias realized it wasn't his brother's body that was weighing him down. It was the silver axe. The axe was the cause of all this trouble. So he started bashing the silver axe against the big stone with all his might, trying to destroy it. Yet no matter what, he couldn't even make a dent. With the last of his strength, Matthias climbed to the top of the hill. He knew he could go no further, so he found a pretty spot with a view over the valley and dug his brother a grave. There, he buried both his brother and the silver axe that had brought such pain upon them. His final act was to stick the oak branch in the ground by the grave. But lo and behold, the branch grew green leaves and became a tree. The locals have had no dealings
It's
with
a
the
long
water goblin
story.
since then. But some have had the bad luck to bump into him. And when you walk by the pier, where it all happened, you can still hear his chuckling.
I'm just gonna give
That was a
him.
very nice story.
There we go.
Story? What story? It's the truth.
But why hasn't anyone gone looking for the axe then?
Because it brings misfortune. Didn't you listen to me at all? Look for yourself if you wish. Rock Tower Pond isn't
I will.
far from here. The Water Goblin's Pier is somewhere among the reeds. But leave me out of it. I'm fine here with my drink. See you later.
Aren't those dice sad you're just letting them sit there?
Lord be with you.
I have a bit of coin again, and I'd like to throw it around. Should we play dice?
What game would you like to play?
Nice, as it should be.
Let's play.
I have no clue what I'm doing fully, so this could be really bad. I have a warlord badge, so I get 25%. Okay.
Why did I even agree to this? I'm going to lose my money again.
We'll see. 1, 2, 5, 4, 6.
Greetings to
Okay.
you.
So we're gonna go for the 1. It's a long game.
Nothing serious. You didn't have much anyway.
Oh, whoa.
How come you weren't in church on Sunday?
I wasn't feeling well.
Not feeling well, eh? You got drunk again, didn't you?
No, of course not. I was feeling under the weather in the evening, and the next morning I just couldn't get up.
By the weather.
So that's your
do you mean
plan,
that
is it?
ball and chain of yours? If I was under her, I reckon I wouldn't be able to get up either.
Hey, that's enough of that.
You do remember the promise we made, don't you?
It was one mass. I hardly reckon I'll face damnation for that.
You promised that if we can't be together here on Earth, we'd be together after death.
I'm telling
And
you,
now I'll
it's
fuck it
just
all up.
one mass.
Or
You
not.
don't care about us at all. Why did you marry that old battle axe
Hopefully I'll do it
We
again.
could have been together in this life too.
Don't even start. We've been over this 100 times.
That's enough for me.
You'll go to confession and donate some money to the church. Got that? Or I'll end up in the kingdom of heaven by myself.
Jesus Christ, be
and on
brave.
this shelf.
All right, I will, but I've got to go now. If my wife saw us, I'd be in deep shit.
Alright.
Bruh.
How about a kiss farewell?
Are you serious? What about my marriage vows? If the Lord saw us...
Bro's acting out of pocket over there.
Like that? Done.
One beer. Right.
Greetings to you.
We're gonna just take that.
Praise God.
She could have gotten more points there.
Now I'll show you how it's done. There, that turned out all right. And now we'll see. Sacra!
Jesus Christ, be praised.
We're gonna keep playing. I'm not going for 50.
If I was you, I'd take it. Have you lost your mind? You're going to lose everything.
It was a good round for her.
A large beer for me.
She's going insane right now. She might beat me with some plays like that. That's crazy.
Done.
Wow. That was a good game. Dang.
Ugh. Like that?
Ooh, that
It
was a
ain't going
risk.
my way today. Let it be now. I want to play too, you know. Ah, nothing serious. You didn't have much anyway. That's enough for me.
One beer.
Well, you're not afraid of anything. That's a great start, damn it.
Christ almighty.
Well, you want another?
Done.
Sorry, I'm kind of focused right now. This is a very difficult little thing we got going on.
What are we gonna do today? Isn't all that heavy? No, that's too.
I'm hoping it gives me a better opportunity than this.
Well, that's not worth mentioning. There, that turned out all right. That's enough for me.
I'm about to lose all my money. Unfortunate.
Have you lost your mind? You're going to lose everything. If I was you, I'd take it.
Yep, we lost. That was a good run. Oh my gosh.
Finally, some luck. If you want to repeat that, I'd be more than glad.
I might just have to rob this girl. Dice player Genoveva. Good to know.
You having problems with the Zheliovites?
Not just me, my friend. They're the biggest bastards around. They've been nothing but trouble for years. The winter before last, they piled snow in front of everyone's doors at night, so no one could get out of their house. And last year, they broke into my cellar and pissed in my beer barrel.
Gracious. I hope you got your aim back on them.
Not yet, no. But since you're here, I've got a plan you could help me out with. I'd pay you well. You can count on that.
What exactly would you like me to do?
Don't worry. I won't make you do any shoveling or pissing anything. But I'll tell you exactly what I have in mind, only after you promise to help me. I'd hate to reveal my plan, only for you to go off and tell the Gelievites right away.
We'll see what he has to offer.
All right. I'll help you.
Listen up then. Old Albram, the owner of the biggest plot of land in Gelioth, has this beautiful bull. White as snow he is, the finest animal far and wide. Obviously, he's very proud of it. Very protective too. Now you, will give his beautiful snow-white bull a nice new coat of paint.
Yeah.
Albram is going to lose his mind. Simple, right?
Painting a bull, eh? That sounds like fun.
Right. We just have to work out a few details. First, we have to get some paint. I don't reckon we'll be able to get any here in the village. But you can try and ask Bartoszek, the tailor in Trotskovitz. I hear he dyes his own fabric. And after that, we'll have to make sure the bull stays still while you're painting it. Try asking Radovan, the local blacksmith. I hear he can make some kind of sleeping potion. If you pour it in the bull's water trough, I'm sure it'll do the trick. But watch out. That beast is enormous. You'd better put at least 3 doses of the potion in there.
All right then. Albram's bull will be getting a new coat of paint.
Albram's going to lose his mind. I can't wait. And remember, it's supposed to be a joke. If you get caught or something goes wrong, the whole thing will be ruined.
Right. So I need paint, sleeping potions, and to not get caught. What's new around here?
Vostotek. Lord von Beregov's huntsman's a regular here. He might have some work for you. He's got a cottage near Vidlak Pond. So if you know your way around the woods, you could go and offer him your help. I hope he hasn't started drinking somewhere else. He's my best customer. And that's all I'd say.
Sounds interesting. Thank you, innkeeper. What's new around here?
Nothing new. It's quiet here, fortunately.
Can I spend the night here?
Not a chance.
Alright. So now we know a little bit more about our region. We're going to go ahead and make our way
That's a fine maypole.
Nice. We're going to go ahead and talk to the blacksmith here. We also have goods to sell, so.
Jesus Christ, praise.
What do you have for...
So we're going to go ahead and see what we can sell. Get our money's worth. We will get as much as we can out of. So he did not let me sell the goods.
I need something that'll put animals to sleep. Project said you might know something.
Well, it's true. I used a concoction that will put even a startled mare to sleep in no time. I once accidentally drank some and slept for 3 days. But the recipe is an old blacksmith's secret. The kind you don't just give away.
No, I don't want it just for the sake of it. I need to use it against the Zhelyov lot.
So, Project and Olbram are at it again. Blockheads, both of them. And the place was just getting really nice and quiet lately. Well, what the hell. Maybe if I help you out, they'll start trading punches sooner and get it all over with. Pay up, and I'll tell you the secret.
Thank you.
I don't got that money.
So,
Wouldn't you tell a fellow blacksmith? My dad was a swordsmith, and I used to help him a lot.
but you didn't pay much attention, did you now?
All right. Well,
Man, my boss is a tough one.
I'm here then. You said in the alehouse that you could do with a helping hand at the forge, didn't you?
I could. My last 2 hands, well, they're not worth mentioning. And what with the wedding coming up, the work is piling up. What's your name? Henry?
That's right.
You said something in the tavern about being a blacksmith's son, didn't you?
Aye, that's me. My father was a swordsmith, and not just any. He even forged swords for the nobility.
For the nobility, eh? Well, that kind of experience would come in very handy for me indeed. As it happens, I have to forge a wedding present for young Lord Semyon. A fine sword.
So you'll take me on?
Hold your horses. I'll have to try you out first. You could forge me a hunting sword as a test, so I can see if you can make a straight blade. That shouldn't give you much trouble if your father was a swordsmith, should it?
Sure thing. I can get
Let's do it.
started right away.
Great. Find some iron and get started then.
Iron?
You can't make a sword out of butter, but if you don't have your own stuff, you can get everything from the chest in my forge. Go over to the anvil and let's get started. Furnace is cold now. Give it a practice try.
So we're gonna
Like swords are too
do
long.
some blacksmithing. This is actually really good for getting really good weapons. It's just very similar to getting your own. Just like the alchemy and the sharpening. It's kind of like the alchemy with the fire pot and the furnace, but at the same time it is like the sharpening the sword mentality. It's just a mix of both of these. It's actually a really simple mechanic that can get you a really nice sword.
But you won't be able to tell what's in the fire. You have to take it out. Take a look. Try it out. See? It's the color of straw. What you want? Heat the whole thing up. That's it done. Now you can go straight to the anvil. Try moving
So
the
now we
sword
just
along
move it
the
over.
anvil, and you can get the hang of it.
Just hit R. You start at the end of it. And I just think it's pretty easy to take care of it.
I tried hitting it a few times.
You just kind of go in an order.
See the sparks? That's a sign of a good strike. The more sparks,
Pretty simple.
better. Also, you can hammer with different degrees of power. A stronger hit will do more, but it'll tire you out faster.
So
Try
now I'm
giving it
gonna
a
flip
few
it.
blows, as hard as you can, so I can see how strong you are. That's got a nice ring to it. Of course, if it was all about hitting an anvil with a hammer, any bolt could do it. You've got to hammer the workpiece evenly. One hit next to the other.
So now we just Almost done with it. But I personally like to do it.
You're doing just fine. But when I say evenly, I mean it. A sword has two sides, like a lot of other things, including myself. Turn it over and continue on the other side.
So all you gotta do is rotate the workpiece. Just do the same order. I like to just rotate it
Nice.
every time that
Now
I
try
get.
forging it on both sides.
Right,
The
so
closer
I'll
it
just
is
flip it
to
right
being
here.
finished, the more it will take on the shape we want. It'll cool off soon anyway.
Flip it. Make our way down. So now it's cooling down.
It's cooled now. You can't do it all in one go. You've got to put it back in the furnace from time to time.
Yeah, usually it takes about 2 or 3 goes max, so it's not really too. This isn't something that takes forever. I actually prefer this more than the alchemy, because you can make better swords and they actually work really well. You don't really need to rely on everybody else and buying weapons if you do it this way.
The whole thing is heated up now, so come over to the anvil. Hear that? Besides the sparks, you can tell a good strike by the sound it makes. See how it's taking on the right shape? That's how you can tell it's almost finished. Now, I've got a piece of advice for you. Hammer to a rhythm. When I hammer a piece to a beat, work goes by easier. Sometimes I'll whistle to myself to keep the rhythm going. There you go. You've got it finished. All that's left is to temper it, and the sword will be done. The rest is just tweaking.
So it's really just that easy, nothing too crazy. We're doing this so we can get ourselves a bed. This will give us a temporary chill spot. Eventually we're going to try to sell those goods. We're going to have to store them. There we go. Made it excellent quality sword.
Right.
That easy.
Let's have a look. Very nice work. Your father taught you the trade well.
He'd certainly be happy to hear that.
If you carry on hammering as well as you did today, you've definitely got a job here. Even so, keep in mind, it's all about making sure every strike does its job. That's why you can't let it get cold, or keep striking the same spot. If you work evenly, each strike falling right next to the last one, you can't go wrong. Got that? Or is there something else you want to ask
Yeah, it's
about?
really easy.
Thanks.
Maybe I'll
That's
do
all I
it.
need to know.
Tips
You can
and
sleep in the
tricks on
chamber
that.
by the woodshed. And there's a chest where you can keep your things. And of course, you can use the forge anytime you want. Any questions?
Where can I get materials?
You can buy some essentials from me. But if you want to make a fancy sword with lots of ornamentation, you'll have to look elsewhere. This is just a village, you know. The locals ain't after luxury. They can't afford it neither.
What can I do with the items I've forged?
Well, you can sell them, though you probably won't have much luck around here. But I'll happily buy some of the nicer things from you.
Where exactly is my bed?
At the side of the house, there are 2 doors and a wheelbarrow between them. You go in by the rear door, next to the woodshed, and you can put your things in the chest there. Don't worry, nobody'll steal them.
What now?
What do you think? You're not going to be idle. I'll find you some work to do right away. You're pretty good at swords, but what the locals really need is axes and horseshoes. Right. Here are some simple drawings that show what they're both supposed to look like. And some iron. You can get down to it right away.
Just like that? You aren't going to help me?
Sacre, lad. I chose you because you already know a thing or two. I'm not going to look over your shoulder all bloody day. You take care of these smaller jobs. Forge away as long as you're able, and then sell it all. Once you've made some coin and feel like being out in the open again, I'll give you some more interesting work.
So just like that, we have found our place to work. We're gonna take ourselves a little bath. So we got our first bed out here. We've made our way to Takov from Troskowitz, and it's got some beef going on, but right now we're gonna kind of probably stay in these areas. We're gonna learn about the game. We're gonna play it slow, work our way up, maybe take out some bandits on the way, figure out how to sell these goods. But we are going to store our goods for now. And we got some kits. So what we're going to do is put away some of these things that we have taken, so we can save some space for now, since we cannot sell them. Leather aprons, it's fine, but we can sell that eventually. We're gonna wait, give it some time. No. Just like that, we got some more space. This is going to be our initial little hideout. We're going to go ahead and get ourselves to learn these skills real quickly. This just works for the blacksmith location. Character is definitely improving. Now, when it comes to these other things, we're going to use the armorer's kit. And we're going to start repairing some of our goods. What I'm going to repair instead of that will be that. So our craftsmanship just leveled up. We're not in quite such broken gear. We look a little bit better. Not quite super nice right now, but hey, we're armored up. That's what matters. It's about to turn nighttime anyways. So, with that being said,
Good day to you.
it was definitely a good time, guys. I will see you guys on the next video. If you guys like this kind of content, make sure to like, subscribe, share. It really helps me out a lot. And I'll see you next time. Peace out.